Okay, BJMA family, welcome to week 2, session 1 for the adult training. I hope you guys enjoyed last week. We've been having a lot of fun. Just a quick reminder, make sure that you guys pause and extend this if you need to, or just do the training with me and you can shorten it if you need to. If some of these exercises are a little bit too difficult for you, they are new for some of us, and that's okay. Just stick with what you can and do your best. All right, we're gonna get started straight away. These are called triangle push-ups. They're a little bit different than what you might be thinking. Here's how it's gonna work. You're gonna be in a push-up position. You're gonna turn your fingers slightly in, and then you're gonna reach your head down to one side and then to the other. So we're gonna go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you want to make that more difficult, you can put your feet together instead of having them apart, and that makes you work on your balance as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is jump kicks. Now, if you didn't warm up before you did this video, now would be a great time to pause it, maybe do some jumping jacks and stuff, get your blood pumping, okay? All right, here's what I want you to do. You're going to stand in a fighting stance. Now, I'm going to give you guys a different way to do this here in a second, but this is the normal way to do it. So here we go. You're going to be in your fighting stance here, and what you're going to do is you're going to jump up, you're going to do a front kick, and you're going to put it back behind you before you land on the ground. Land right back here, all right? And then you'll alternate legs. You'll do one, back down, then you'll switch and jump, and back down. Switch, jump, kick, and back down. Switch, jump, kick, and back down. You want to do 5 of those on each side? We'll do that here in just a second. For those of you who can't do the jump, that's okay. What I want you to do is this. Switch, kick, and back. Switch, kick, and back. All right, do that with me as we do 5 on each side. Here we go. Ready, and 1. Switch, 2. Switch, 3. Switch, 4. Switch, 5. Switch, 6. Switch, 7. Switch, 8. Switch, 9. Switch, and last one, 10. And come right back to that fighting stance. Very good. Take a deep breath. Oxygenate those muscles. Okay, guys, time for some V sit-ups. You're going to lay down on the floor. Put your legs straight out down below you. Your hands straight up above you, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull our hands up to our toes as we bring our toes up. At the same time, we're going to do 10 reps of these. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, gotta keep your balance, 9, and 10. Very good. If you can't get all the way to your toes, don't worry, just do your best. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do for our core is we're going to do something called diagonal sit-ups. You can also modify this and do diagonal crunches if you'd like. So, you're going to put your feet on the floor, knees up. You're going to sit all the way back. Put your hands right by your head, just like you're in a fighting stance right here with your hands up, okay? Now, you're going to sit up and punch to one side across your body. Lay back down, sit up, punch to the other side. All right, here we go. 10 reps. Ready, in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. Keep going. 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay. Now, we're going to take just a moment and we're going to talk for a second. We're about to do some forms, okay? In fact, this is going to be an opportunity for you to pause the video and work on a couple of your forms at home. Now, what you want to do is you want to focus on 3 things: technique, intensity, and consistency. Your technique needs to be perfect. Every technique needs to be exactly the same way it should be in class every time. I also want you guys to work on bringing your intensity level up. You don't want to just flop a block up there just because I'm not watching, right? You want to make sure you practice your blocks just the way you want to use them in actual combat. So when you do a high block, boom, it should snap up there. When you do a punch, boom, it should snap straight out there with some power, all right? The next thing I want you to think about is consistency. Consistency means that you can repeat the same technique in the same way over and over and over. The way we're going to practice that is I want you guys to do your form by picking a spot on the floor. Now, it's easy in here because I have these wonderful squares. I'm going to move over one. Now, I'm going to do Taeguk Iljang. You can do it with me if you know it. And what I want you to do is I want you to find a spot on the floor. Maybe get a sticker or something you can stick down on the floor to show where you were centered whenever you started. And your job is going to be to try to come right back to that same position at the end of your form. Okay, we're going to do Taeguk Iljang. Sorry, apparently my tongue got tied. We're going to do Taeguk Iljang, and we're going to run all the way through and try to end in the same spot we did before. I will count as we do the motions. If you haven't made it to Taeguk Iljang yet, you can pause the video here and you can do one of your other forms. All right? Here we go. Ready and chombi. Ready and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Ah! Now, do your proper return. One foot goes behind the other. Turn all the way around and chombi. Now look down. Are you in the same spot you started in? Oops. I'm a little bit off, but only by about 6 inches. So I would go back to my original position, start there again, and try to do the same thing 2 or 3 times until I can make sure that I'm ending up in the same spot every time. Now, if that's really, really easy for you, here's a couple of things I want you to try. Try doing your form backwards. Take your pumse, start from your very last movement, and work back to your next movement, and then continue to work backwards from there, okay? If you can do that, that's great. Another way you can practice this, if the weather's nice, is to go outside and try your pumse or your form on a slope or on a different texture of soil. Maybe you have gravel in your driveway, or maybe you have really tall grass, and you can do your form there. What you'll find is that you have to work your balance a little bit differently, and the movements of your feet have to adjust to the terrain underneath you. So give that a shot. All right. Now, I want you to go ahead and pause the video and try some of those things out and then come back. Okay, so I assume you went out and tried that stuff. You paused it. You had a great time. I hope you guys didn't break any ankles. And of course, I'm just kidding. Now we're going to work on some final stretches and some conditioning for our legs, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do something called calf raises. Now, you guys have seen us do calf raises in here before. We're going to add just a little bit of something to it. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see what my foot is doing. From here, what you want to do is instead of just pulling up onto your toes, we're going to start by rocking back. So we're going to put our feet about shoulder width apart. We're just going to put our hands up in this nice shield position to give us good balance. We're going to rock back on our heels, and then we're going to rock forward onto our balls of our feet and hold that position for about a second and then come back. So let's do that all together. Ready, Ann? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just a few more. 8, hold that for a second. 9, and 10. Very good. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to work our hamstrings just a little bit. So for about 10 or 15 seconds, we're going to be jogging in place. But instead of picking our knees up in front of our body, we're going to try to reach our heels up and touch our tush with those, okay? So ready, set, go. Try to hit your backside with your heels. About 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is going to be a dynamic stretch. It's called the hacky sack. Now, if you've ever seen somebody play hacky sack, they tend to bring their foot up like this to try to catch that hacky sack pretty often. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to hold one hand down just like this. In fact, we're going to hold them both out. You're going to take the other foot and you're going to reach up, boom, and try to slap your hand. Try not to bend down to reach for your foot. Try to make your foot come up to your hand. We're going to do 5 of those on each side. Ready, in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again, if you need to, go ahead and pause and do some more of those. All right, the last exercise we're going to do today, I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far, is called the toy soldier. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach our hands straight out in front of us. We're going to bring each leg up one at a time, straight as we can, and try to touch the opposite foot. Try not to lean down. You want to keep your back nice and straight, just like you're made of wood. Okay, here we go. Ready, in? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't lower your hands. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. We look forward to doing some more videos with you guys later in the week. Have a wonderful afternoon.